Welcome to New Vision TV News. I'm LYDIA LAKWONYERO and we are broadcasting live here at the New Vision newsroom in Kampala. And now for the headlines.
In news around Uganda, mini maximum security prison nears completion. And police has arrested 50 over students' murder. From news around the East African region, 29 people have been killed by floods in Kenya. And in our Pearl of Africa, we look at the largest water body in East Africa.
You're watching New Vision TV News in Kampala. In our lead story, the government has constructed a 25 billion shilling mini maximum security prison to accommodate 4,000 inmates, according to David Nsalasata, the Director of Production and Engineering at Luzira Prison. The Minimax prison, which is being constructed at Chitalia in Mityana district and is nearly complete, will be handed over to the government in December this year. Nsalasata made this revelation on Monday while officiating at the JLO's Partners Monitoring and Evaluation exercise of the new Chitalia prison complex, which was held at the detention facility. The construction of the Minimax prison was necessitated by the unsustainable congestion levels of the inmates at the Luzira Maximum Security Prison, which currently holds an inmate population of 3,500 against an original designed population of 600 prisoners. The Prisons Department therefore has a congested rate of 250%, which calls for intervention to ensure effective management of the detention facility. And students of Kyambogo University from the Department of Mechatronics and Biomedical Engineering on Monday repaired, cleaned and fixed medical equipment at the Lira Regional Referral Hospital and in Apache Hospital. The 30 students under their umbrella Biomedical Engineering Students Initiative Medical Equipment Renaissance repaired equipment in the Department of Theatre, Laboratory and Radiology. They also repaired air conditioners and refrigerators in the hospitals. And a police officer attached to the Ginger Taxi Park police post has been hacked to death using a machete by yet-to-be-identified street children. According to the Ginger Resident District Commissioner Eric Sakwa, the street children attacked Corporal George Tanga in front of the police post in Ginger Taxi Park after he had arrested one of them. He says one of the children had been found in possession of suspected stolen iron bars and other building materials. Sakwa narrates that after the incident, the street children then fled the scene. The officer's gun was recovered from the scene of the crime by other police officers. According to eyewitnesses, Tanga was responding to a call for help. He reportedly ran to the direction of somebody sounding an alarm after the street children had stolen the property. Eyewitnesses say he chased them down and arrested one of the children before he met his fate. And two teenage brothers died at Otu Bridge, which connects Ngariam and Omodoi sub-counties in Katakwi district. According to Peter Oduko, the office in charge of Katakwi Central Police Station, Joseph Achila, the area local council 2 chairperson, said the incident occurred at about 1 o'clock yesterday. At the time of the incident, the children were seated on the weak, dilapidated bridge, which collapsed, causing them to fall into the water. According to Achila, one other child who had gone with the deceased to bathe in the swamp had earlier in the day warned them of the cracking bridge, but they ignored him. It is the same child who ran home to inform relatives that the duo had fallen into the water. Their bodies were retrieved by the locals, and this is the first time this kind of incident is happening in the area. Relatives have identified the deceased as 18-year-old Michael Etukoit and his brother 16-year-old Joseph Akotoi. They were both residents of Akworo village in Okuso Parish, Ngariam sub-county. And the police and the army have arrested over 50 suspects following the rampant theft of students' properties at the Law Development Center, Mbarara branch. There was also the murder of a student of Mbarara University of Science and Technology last Friday. Those arrested in connection to the murder of Brian Akampulira are Zubai Atwine and Abdul Yassin Sentongo, commonly known as Commander. Samson Kasasira, the Ruizi Region Police spokesperson, said another group of suspects were found in Ruti, Boma, Kashanyarazi and Kakika Cell, where the LDC is located. He said they were caught with suspected stolen phones, television sets, bags and other household materials. More arrests were carried out on Tuesday night. And now we'll have East African news. In Kenya, government spokesperson Cyrus Oguna has said at least 29 people have lost their lives countrywide due to floods caused by the heavy rains in the past 3 weeks. During the same period, 11,700 persons have been displaced and 10,000 livestock swept away. The most heavily affected counties include Lamu, Kwale, and Garissa. And Tanzania's Supreme Court of Appeal yesterday upheld an earlier ruling banning parents from marrying off girls as young as 15 years of age. A High Court ruling in 2016 had declared unconstitutional sections of Tanzania's Marriage Act that allowed the practice. It also directed the government to raise the legal age of marriage to 18 years within 1 year. That judgment followed a legal challenge by children's rights activists who argued that the existing law had pushed many girls into underage marriages. And now we'll take a break. When we return, we'll have In Business with Lynn Komugisha. Welcome back from the break, and now Lynn Komugisha with the In Business news.
In business tonight, Bank of Uganda says over 3 million mobile money accounts are redundant. This was contained in the bank's annual report for the financial year 2018-2019 released recently. Money transfer services grew in volume but declined in value. Transactions increased from 1.35 billion to 2.5 billion shillings. The value decreased from 73 trillion Uganda shillings to 66.9 billion Uganda shillings. Paul Busharizi, our business analyst, weighs in. Right, so Bank of Uganda says over 3 million mobile money accounts are redundant, and that is about 1.5 million users. Is that so, Paul? But why are they? Too. But why are they redundant? Why is Bank of Uganda worried?
Well, and I think it's been an issue for concern. If let's God forbid, if I die, what happens to my account? You know,
that's an interesting.
What happens to the money on my account?
Yes.
And I think we have not there's no clear-cut thing of what happens to the money. Does a mobile money company go out and try and look for next of kin? Do we even, when we sign those forms, do we even include a next of kin?
We do.
We do? We did? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But yeah, but that is one. But there's also, guys lose their PIN code. Amazing as it sounds. You just forget your PIN code, you just open another account, you say, man, me, I've forgotten the other one, or whatever. I don't know what the procedure is if I've forgotten my PIN code. Whether I can go to the company and tell them I forgot my PIN code, can you open and put in a new one, like we do for our email addresses?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I suspect a lot of it is that kind of thing.
Yes.
And I suspect also you might find, there are a lot of employers of especially, can you call them, labor, who pay through mobile money.
Yes.
So, well, it might not arise, but I was just thinking, if I've stopped employing you and I don't send money to that account, and whoever is employing you, or you're getting paid cash now, or you're being paid through your bank account, for example.
What happens?
Maybe I have no need for this thing. So it's just like a regular bank account. Every year, the banks put out what they call dormant accounts. So I think it's just a natural
Well,
progression.
in that same report, they say money transfer services grew in volume but declined in value. Now, in this case, they say transactions increased from 1.35 billion to 2.5 billion. Value decreased from 73 trillion to 66.9 billion. What do they mean? Decline in value but grew in volume.
Yeah, so more people are doing, there are more transactions of a small nature.
Okay.
So therefore, previously, maybe God knows, people are sending, I don't know, the maximum you can send is 5 million or something.
I think so.
5 million down the line. But now maybe they're doing less. Now it's only these ones of 20,000, 50,000.
That is volume? That's value?
The value. 20,000, 50,000. Many of those ones are much more.
There are many, so that's the volume.
Yes, than the bigger transactions. That's
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what now? What do they want to do about this?
Well, I don't know what the Bank of Uganda can really do about it, but it's as I said, it's a natural progression.
Right.
As we can do more transactions off our phone, the transactions just have to increase. I mean, the Kenyan, 1 year, I don't remember, about 2 years ago, the number of transactions on M-Pesa, which is a big one, of Safaricom, in Kenya that year was more than the whole economy of Kenya combined. So now if Kenya's GDP was, let's say, 75 billion, more than 75 billion had been transacted off that line.
Wow.
That shows you how much further we also have to go. But what is also interesting in that report is that there are 3 million dormant accounts.
Oh, yes.
The banking industry has just over, I think, about 6 million accounts. So in the space of less than 10 years, the mobile money has overtaken the banking industry, which is fantastic, because what it means is that, you see, money is being removed from people's mattresses and socks and bras and and is being put into a formal system, and that formal system moves this money around.
Yes.
So people are being lent more money out of this mobile money. The banks keep this money, but they don't just keep it sitting somewhere in a drawer. This money moves in the whole economy. So it's really great. We're collecting all these small little monies, bringing them together, and providing a service for those small people, but also for the general economy. It's fantastic.
It's very interesting. I like that the Bank of Uganda is actually monitoring.
Yes, they must.
And I'm sure they'll come up with ways of recovering the money you were talking about.
I think they should set some kind of regulation in place or law.
Or law in place, yes. Right. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Lynn, for that detailed report. In our Pearl of Africa story, Lake Victoria is the largest water body in East Africa region, but its source is right here in Uganda. Lake Victoria was named after Queen Victoria of England by explorer John Speke. The lake provides numerous activities such as fishing and boat riding, among others. And now a closer look with Ruth Naseje.
Looking at the map of Uganda, Lake Victoria is seen located in the southwestern part of Uganda, covering up most of Entebbe, with a surface area of 68,800 kilometers. Lake Victoria is Africa's largest lake by area, the world's largest tropical lake, and the world's second largest freshwater lake by surface area after Lake Superior in North America. In terms of volume, Lake Victoria is the world's 9th largest continental lake. Lake Victoria receives its water primarily from direct rainfall and thousands of small streams. The Kagera River is the largest stream flowing into this lake, with its mouth on the lake's western shore. Lake Victoria is drained solely by the Nile River in Jinja, Uganda, on the lake's northern shore. Since the 1990s, Lake Victoria's ferries have been an important means of transport for Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. The main ports on Lake Victoria are Kisumu, Mwanza Bukoba, Entebbe, Port Bell, and Jinja. Now, various activities that are carried out on this lake are fishing, which takes the lead, then transport, bird watching, and also some people find it a relaxing place because it is surrounded by so many vacationing places. Some use Lake Victoria as a honeymoon destination. Now, for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is newvision.co.ug/Pearl of Africa. A newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so grab your copy every Sunday. For Pearl of Africa stories, I am Rothy Naseje.
And that was New Vision TV News, broadcasting live here at the New Vision newsroom in Kampala. I'm LYDIA LAKWONYERO. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. For more of our videos, find us on www.newvision.co.ug/videos. We'll leave you with the fact file.